What's up, dogs? It's Matt, and it's been a while. It's been a while since you've seen me in this form. It's been about 2, maybe almost 3 months. That's my bad, guys. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. After I made the El Dorado video, I was totally gonna make an Emperor's New Groove video and try to make some kind of animatic movie review every week. But then life just kicked me in the teeth, man, and it made that dang near impossible. But it's okay, because here we are with a brand new video, and it's gonna be something a little different, but also kind of similar. So the very first few videos I made on this channel were monster redraws from old drawings that I had, and even though I loved them, they didn't really get a lot of traction, which kind of bummed me out, and I just didn't want to make them, which kind of made me go with some movie reviews. However, I still draw cards, I still love drawing just in general, and something that I've been drawing / redrawing for a very long time is my very first comic. So some backstory stuff. So the very first comic that I made, or the one that I'm still working on now, I came up with my freshman year of high school in art class. The student teacher, really wish I could remember her name, was like, hey, what y'all will be doing is making a comic, because cartoons and comics are also art. It doesn't just have to be photorealistic stuff. That's when I was like, hell yeah. I was like, this is my bread and butter right here. I love cartoons, I love comics, I love manga, the whole shebang. And if you don't know comics, I mean, have you been living under a rock? I mean, like, look at Marvel, DC, Berserk, which is some of the greatest artistic achievement ever. But whenever I was trying to think of what my comic should be about, I was thinking, okay, what have I not seen a comic of before? There's plenty of comics about kids and magic and all that kind of stuff. So I sat there pondering. I was like, all right, could it be about a dog? No, there's plenty of comics about dogs, and I don't want to be known as a furry. Could it be about this little fantasy thing that me and my brother came up with when I was around 5 years old? Then I thought, no, probably not. I just don't think my skill as an artist would really do that story justice. And then it hit me. A story about a character that I haven't really seen before, at least off the top of my head. And that's where this little guy came to be. This little snail is Happy. Happy is the lead character in my comic series known as, well, Happy Snail. When I came up with the idea of Happy Snail, a lot of my friends were like, hey, that's a pretty neato drawing. I think you should really do it. I was like, okay, sick. Little fun comic about a snail. What could go wrong? And then they all started coming up with their own characters. There's one friend who came up with a turtle with a pimp hat who'd use a crossbow and fight crime. Another friend of mine was about a bear with eagle wings. And lastly, there was my other buddy who couldn't come up with any comic idea, so he just used the internet and decided to make a Spider-Man cat thing. And we all talked about having our comic books cross over. Like, each of our comics would be their little origin stories, and then later on they would all meet and become teammates and fight crime interdimensionally and stuff. I was so locked in. I was like, okay, bet. This is what I have been dying to do since I was literally a kid. And making cartoons, making all these drawings and stuff just felt right to me. Everything just felt like it clicked. Now, as you can see here, Happy Snail is not really good. None of the paneling really makes a whole lot of sense, and the art overall is just pretty rough. I mean, I was 14 and quite frankly just not as good as an artist as I thought I would be, but that's okay. It serves its purpose here. So something I want to do now on the channel is sharing Happy Snail with you guys. I'd never stopped drawing him since I was 14. Even now, over a decade later, I am still drawing Happy Snail. A lot of them are just redraws of comics that I made when I was younger, but that's a story that, dang it, I just want to share, and I've always felt like deserves to be seen by people. Now, I know this video will probably just get 30 views because it's not an IP that people know of. It's not something that has a fan base already, and all of my videos that deal with stuff like that are very low on their view counts. Does it bum me out? Sure, but that's just how it is sometimes. Regardless of that fact, I just owe it to Happy, and I owe it to the 14-year-old version of myself to share this story. There was something that I heard way back when, I wish I could remember who it was by, that said, art is not art until it is shared with people. Doesn't matter how good or bad you might think it is. If you're sharing it with people, that is art. But if you keep it to yourself, then what's really the point of doing it? And I've finally gotten over myself and think, all right, I'm old enough now, and I've distanced myself enough emotionally from this first comic to put it out there and see what people think. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be having a nice dramatic reading of the very first iteration of Happy Snail. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it.
Wait!
Dang it, Billy, what do you want, man? This wasn't even supposed to be a video you were in.
Well, I was just thinking maybe because it was a comic you made as a kid that, number one, I should be in, and two, maybe I could, I don't know, voice a character or two.
I don't know, Billy. I mean, your voice doesn't really fit the comic a whole lot.
Oh, please, 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 please.
Fine, you can voice a character in this first one. I'll do all the narration.
Yay! Oh, and don't forget to remind the audience.
Remind him of what?
You're such a terrible YouTuber. Everyone, be sure to like and subscribe to the video if you want to see more Happy Snail.
Okay, thank you, Billy. All right, now let's get into the reading. Happy Snail, a story by Matt Lamar. One early morning, a happy snail awoke. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the E is out of sight of the... Oh my gosh, this is already crazy. Happy Snail did his normal routine until he saw something that would change his world forever. He wondered what it was. In spite of his fear, Happy Snail went off. Danger, turn away! He faced constant danger and fought many other insects. And fought a slug or two. He traveled thousands of miles until he finally reached Skull Mountain. Everything was okay until when he awoke, he was upside down and a demon was waiting. All right, Billy, this one's you.
Oh, yay. No one intrudes my land and lives.
Happy Snail thought it was all over, but then he remembered. Dun-dun-dun. He could shoot a plasma that is near indestructible. With a few swings, he escaped his chained prison, but at the price of his shell. Bum, bum, bum. But Happy Snail was still determined to find this mystery, even without the protection of his shell. After reaching his goal, he looked into what will change his life, a new friend from a new dimension. But unaware to our heroes, a new evil is on the move. To be continued. Man, oh man, isn't that swell, Billy?
Yeah.
Okay, I know it's not good. But again, I was 14, I had no idea what I was doing, and dang it, if it wasn't the encouragement from the student teacher in that class, I would not be drawing to this day. Fun fact, my art teacher almost failed me because he hated literally everything I turned in.
So how much more of Happy Snail have you made?
Oh, Billy, I have made a lot. I mean a lot.
See, Billy, there's a lot. These are some of the old works that I made way back when. Haha, look at all those. Here's some of the newer stuff. Ooh, can't wait to get into all this jazz. Yeah, haha, tee-hee. Yep, it keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. Okay, that's it. Oh.
Again, I'm still making the story. Every year that passes, I get better at storytelling, and it makes it dang near impossible to want to move forward without going back and redrawing what I could improve on, as well as fleshing out the story a whole lot more, because when I was 14, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just making a comic that I thought my friends were going to continue with. But that's okay, because we still have our dream, and we've been making Happy Snail ever since. Now, I'm currently redrawing a brand new version of Happy Snail that will be kind of like a little animatic comic Happy Snail movie. But this wasn't my first attempt at redrawing the first one. I tried redrawing the first chapter years ago, and the art definitely improved, but the storytelling is something I still think I can improve on now, as well as getting rid of a lot of pesky narration. So I thought, hey, why don't I read that version too? This was made probably 6 years later, so in the year of 2020. And if you're ready, Billy, we can get into this one.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Happy Snail. The 2019-2020 version, I think. It was another beautiful day in the forest, and another good day for Happy Snail. Happy spent his day doing his normal routine, until... Happy wanted to go, but had to consult somebody before he decided. So you want to go. Reminds me of my youth, but my grandson, remember. Happy sent off towards the lightning, but he eventually found himself surrounded. What are you doing, little snail? This is slug country. Happy reached back.
I think it's snail country now.
Good job, Billy.
Thanks.
Happy traveled for miles until he reached Skull Mountain. Inside he crawled, avoiding traps and spikes. He eventually saw it. Come closer. Enter. Hello. Heard it. A portal of great mystery. But in front was a guard. He tried sneaking past.
Hey, what are you doing, fool? Nah, man. You ain't getting in that portal. I have to protect it. Nothing comes out, nothing goes in. But now that you came, you can't leave alive.
Even though he was big, he was fast and attacked. Happy didn't know what to do, so he tried to buy time in a shell. Happy knew his time was short, so he had to think. He was scared, but remembered. Psh! He could shoot a slime that was near indestructible. The guard was stuck.
No! Snail, wait!
But Happy didn't wait. He saw something on the other side.
You may have bested me, Snail, but there are only greater dangers ahead of you.
To be continued. And yeah, those are the first 2 iterations of Happy Snail. I can't wait to share more of the story with you guys because it's one that genuinely means a lot to me and it shows a lot of my evolution as an artist. Unfortunately, the redraws might be a little while, so just be patient with me and give it some time. If anything, use this time wisely to build hype over what Happy Snail can be. I love Happy Snail so much, and dang it, I hope you do too. Even though it's not that good in its state now, I hope you can see the charm that this comic book has and that Happy has as a character. It's definitely helped me keep going. And plus, this is only the beginning. Stuff gets way crazier as the story continues. So stay tuned for the ultimate redraw that will serve as kind of like the Happy Snail pilot movie animatic thingamajig. It's gonna be really awesome, but that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for your patience with me on making a video. Hopefully it doesn't take me a couple months to get out another animatic video like this. You guys are amazing, and I love you all so much. Thank you so much for the support. Also, I just want to put out there that I'm working on a new animatic review over the new Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. It was so sick, and I gotta watch it in theaters with some friends, so stay tuned for that, because it is gonna be sick. Alright, dogs, I'd love to stay in chat, but I'm gonna go eat a pickle. I'll catch you later, dogs.